everyone, this is Dawn, and check it out. I am on a Sherman S. So, everyone that has been yelling at me to get a Sherman S2 test to review, here it is. This Sherman S is courtesy of Larry Zarkoff. He is in LA. This is his personal wheel. So, so I'm not affiliated with companies, and I don't have the big resources, but luckily, apparently, I have friends. And friends is love is all we need. So we are making this happen. Thank you so much to Larry for trusting me with his baby. Is that trust, what is it called? Do I deserve this trust? It is a total honor that he trusts me. But, shoosh, I don't know if, I would trust me. That is really dangerous. But, let's see. This is my very first ride on this wheel. So you'll be able to see how I'm adjusting to it, how I'm going with it, and all that. I'm going to try to give you all my thoughts as we go. So as they pop into my head, it will pop right out my mouth again. I am having little squiggles when I do hard braking, but I think that's just because I'm not used to this wheel, and I've been switching around so many wheels that I think my body's getting a little confused on what to do. But I don't think that it is a fault of the wheel. I think my little brake squiggles are me, and I can tell because when I do different things, you see how it's wobbling back and forth. When I do different things, then I can change it and affect it and all that. So, let's see. Right now, the suspension, I left it as he had it. I did not change the suspension yet. His gold blots, as Ash says, are all the way up on the top. This is a bumpy road, and it's sucking it up okay. He's got the 62 something pound, what are those, springs or something? 62 pounders on here. Whatever adjustment he has on, we do need to improve on that. The suspension is okay. It is sucking up stuff, but it's not as dialed in as it could be. I mean, yeah, let's just leave it at that. I will play around with it. Ash swears by screwing down those gold bolts on the suspension to about midway, and he says that that actually improves acceleration and braking and all that good stuff. So it's magic gold bolts on the suspension, so I would like to try that as well. Let's see, this is Larry's personal wheel, so I definitely, I mean, when you get a demo wheel, then I was told that you know, to a good part, the company like Jason at eWheels, they know that this is a demo wheel, we are testing it, and so there's a certain level of, you know, if something happens to it, then it's acceptable, right? Well, depending on what you do to it. I mean, we still have to take care of these wheels and all that, but this is Larry's personal wheel, so I definitely do not want to mess up his wheel. And not, I mean, that is a definite, but even more so, I wouldn't want to mess up his trust. I mean, how sweet it is for him to trust me, and then here I am totaling it, right? So, I don't know, it's kind of a big concern of mine, and something that is first and foremost in my thoughts as I am testing this wheel. So, So far, in the first few minutes of me riding it, I'm able to brake and accelerate with ease. So much easier than the EX30. So the last wheel I'm coming off of is my EX30 and the Master. I've been switching back and forth between those two pretty well. I am wobbling on this wheel more than my Master and EX30. And I don't know if it's because I'm so used to... Ooh, look at that, I'm mounted! Mounting has not been an issue on this wheel. Or riding it. I basically feel like I can just... Well, I did. I basically just hopped on this wheel and I'm able to ride it like any other wheel. Except it does feel twitchy to me. And I need to explain the twitchy. I don't know, it just feels like it falls in very quickly, one left or right. It'll just, like, all of a sudden, like, if I lose my balance, I just kind of fall in. And I don't know, it sounds like that issue with that that CST tire. You know, when you have that squared off profile, like this does have kind of a squared off profile, and then when you fall off the edge, but it's not that. It's when I'm going straight too, and I'm not even turning, then it kind of falls in. So I don't know what it is. I haven't ever had that with any other wheel other than the Sherman S, including my Sherman Max. So remember my background. I have my Sherman Max that I love, and that has always had the stock tire on it. And I pretty much always just run the stock tire on all my wheels, and I don't have any problems or any issues with the stock tire at all. The only one that doesn't have the stock tire is my Race Master or Street Master, and that one has the street tire. Alright, let's accelerate a bit. Acceleration feels good. I do believe in the Commander Pro I can accelerate easier on it, but this is still, I would... Oh my gosh, that was... Oh, smell it. That was a dead baby skunk. Oh my gosh. First I was very sad, and then I was very horrified by the smell. Oh no. Oh no, road is closed. Oh, I can't do this. Seriously? Okay, I'll go down this way. Speed limit, 30 miles an hour. That means we must go 30 miles an hour. 42.8 GPS, 43. I am, oh my gosh, this is a stop. I'm not gonna make this stop. Ugh. It's okay, I'm in the clear. I did not hear any beeps. I did check my helmet beeps before, but until I actually hear helmet beeps live, I'm going to be careful. But apparently this wheel picks up speed very quickly and has no problems. Oh, big bump. Alright, go, go, go. So acceleration wise, not as good as the Commander Pro, if from my memory. Now, I haven't ridden the Commander Pro in a while now. I did the Commander Pro and then I went back to, oh, we need to fix this brake wobble issue. I am not able to brake well right now. It was a Commander Pro, then I went back to the V13 for a while, and then I went to the Master, then the EX30. Was I supposed to turn? No. I go straight. Oh, this is a perfectly good way to go. Where am I? What do I have behind me? No cars behind me. Let's turn over here, go to this lane. What am I at? 38. I would be more comfortable going at speed if I was able to brake better. Why am I not braking well? Could be my pads. Could be me just needing to get used to this wheel. There's someone behind me. Do you want to turn? I'll get out of your way. How's that?
What made you pick that over a one wheel?
Oh, this will go way faster for way longer than a one wheel.
How fast is that thing?
This one will probably, I don't know, go 50 some.
50?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There are plenty that'll go maybe almost 60 now.
Be careful out there.
Will do. I don't know if that's true. He can look it up. Don't be quizzing me in the middle of the road. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm still trying to figure out how fast this wheel goes. Yeah, that is a good question. How fast does this wheel go? So weird. Last night, okay, I don't know if I told you guys the whole story. Went to a ride yesterday, Griffith Park with Marty's ride, and it was for Merlin, and Merlin with e-rides from the UK. Oh my gosh, so many hops. All right, I see ya. And Larry was there, and he offered me the Sherman S. So I rode my EX30 for the ride. I put the Sherman S in my car, and then where's my next turn? Whoa! My camera went way up. And then when I got home last night, I connected my phone to the wheel and set up things. He had it limited at 36 miles an hour. So is this the first time this wheel has gone over 36 miles an hour? I think so. Oh, baby wheel. Maybe that's why he's acting all funky. He's like, this is my first time too. Anyways, so he had it limited to 36, and he had the tire pressure at 26. I changed that to 36. I took away the limiter, the speed limiter. All of this with his approval. He told me that I can change whatever, do whatever I want to make this wheel feel like mine. And then I took off the pads that he had on it, and I put on Clark Titan pads. These Clark Titan pads are not cut. They are the uncut ones, and so they work well, but it is not as dialed in as my cut ones because they're just has a lot more play to them. When I cut it, then I can obviously make it a little tighter around my legs. We are traveling at 39 GPS. And it's comfortable. Very easy and comfortable. Like, I did that without thinking, and I was just tootling, letting it do his thing, and yeah, he wants, you know what? He is happy to have that speed limiter come off of him. He felt like it was in a cage. Had a little squiggle in the acceleration. That's most likely me. Anyway, so the other thing that I did was set the PWM alarms to 80, 85, 90, my standard. Calibrated the PWM. I think I ended up at negative 17 was the adjustment. And checked the top speed, free spin top speed. Is that how you say it? And that was like at 56 point something miles an hour. But this morning, before the ride, with my pre-flight check, it said that it had 67 mile an hour free spin top speed. So what was up with that? And I did it several times. Last night it was 56 something, and this morning it was 67 something, and I haven't changed anything yet. So also on this wheel right now, it is the original firmware. Larry never ever updated the firmware. So I will be updating the firmware and getting the high speed mode enabled on this wheel. So right now this wheel does not have high speed mode enabled. This ride right now is for me to test out the wheel as is stock, and then I will get the firmware put on today, hopefully, and then have another ride. That ride will see the difference between original firmware and the new high-speed mode and whatever else that firmware does. Hitting some wind now. He's doing well in the wind. A little bit of squiggles, but I'm feeling more comfortable on him than on my EX30. I'm feeling a little safer on him, although the EX30, I'm not having any brake wobbles, and with him I'm getting so much brake wobbles. But like I said, the suspension, I already know the suspension is not set up for me right at all. I do, and that's something different, because the V13, Marty set it, and then I was fine with his settings. I never changed it. Same with the Commander Pro. Marty set it, and then I was fine riding it just the way that he had set it. My EX30, I did set it, and I was fine with that. My Masters, and then this is the first wheel that I am not liking the suspension settings. I'm sure it's not a problem of the suspension. Alright, so this channel down here has some high winds as well. Actually, I think it's when I turn a little bit further down. Feels so like easy to move around on this wheel. Feels very similar to the Commander Pro. Oh, the other thing this morning I realized, I was like doing my test beeps, and then I was like, why is it beeping already? Did I not turn off some beeps? And then it's been a while since I've ridden my Sherman Max. I remember that Leaper Kim wheels like to beep at 70%. So that's why he was beeping. So we will ignore the 70s and just pay attention to 80, 85, 90s. I wish I could just put my hand up against him so I don't have to get off my wheel, but I don't know if he'd appreciate that. It might freak him out. Don't touch my truck. Alright, I think I need to go over here. I'm just gonna sit back here, like this truck, you know, why can't I just hang on to his bars? Oh, another thing. Okay, the pedals. I don't like the pedals. I hate the way they look. I hate that they are all scooped up with the upturned edges, so it's like all the dirt can just like get trapped in there, right? And I'm not really thrilled with that whole system of it ratcheting up and down. It just feels hard to move the wheel, move the pedals up and down. Probably something you would totally get used to and not even think about. At these speeds that I've gone at so far, I haven't had any issues with it slipping. Functionally, these pedals seem to be great. My feet aren't slipping. I don't know. Are they uncomfortable? You know what? I really love my Adam G custom CNC pedals, and these are not those. and very obviously so they are not those, but these are not, I'm not slipping off of them. Functionally, I think they are better than the V13 stock pedals. So I am happy. I have to turn here. Brake with one leg helps reduce my brake wobbles. So I will do that. Braking with two legs is not good. And that, stuff like that is stuff that it's like, okay, that's probably a me thing because I am unbalanced and I'm putting uneven pressure, and that's why it's doing that, because certain wheels will help you along with that better than others. And this one is not so into helping me out with my imbalances, like the EX30, the Commander Pro, and the V13. So those ones, despite my imbalances, those still feel stable and fine. But keep in mind, this is my very first ride on a wheel I am not used to, so take all of my initial thoughts and comments with a grain of salt. The display is great. I do love Leaper Kim, Veteran Sherman wheels all have that great display, and you have all your modes and all that. Yeah, you can shuffle through, and I like that. The buttons are, I think they're good. I think it's nice that they're flush, so there's less chances of you accidentally pressing them. And when you do press them, you have to press them with intention. I kind of have to use my fingernail to kind of press down on them. The trolley handle. What's up with this trolley handle? I do like the way that you release it. That's really nice. There's like a little metal bar up front, and then you pull that bar up or something, and then it releases, and then you pull up the trolley handle. But the trolley handle is like plastic, and with all these cutouts, that makes it feel super flimsy. Like I feel like I could just snap that trolley handle if the wheel like twisted or something. I feel like that trolley handle would just snap. I feel like Commander Pro is going to be offering a metal trolley handle, and I think this one could definitely benefit from that as well. All right, what else? The lights seem to be good. Overall build quality seems to be good. Great. Much more solid than the Commander Pro. Between this and the Commander Pro is easier to ride. Commander Pro feels more stable. I've never had the wobble as well. I had a little wobble issues with the Commander Pro, but nothing bad at all. This one is just a little bit more. But the suspension's not set up for me yet. That is true. But like accelerating and stuff, like I don't, with the Commander, why am I waiting here? With the oh yay, green light, I am legal still. With the Commander Pro, okay, the Commander Pro is the only wheel that I felt this with, and many other people have remarked on it as well, is that its special thing is that you get on that wheel and it feels like it just wants to go. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to calibrate this. But I forgot to calibrate. Wait, did I forget to calibrate the wheel? No. What did I calibrate last night? No, I calibrated my EX30 last night. I did forget to calibrate this wheel. But it should be okay. I think Larry said that he has this as a -2 degree. Oh my god. Am I forgetting to put my foot down when I stop? I think Larry said I could put a -2 forward tilt on this thing. It feels fine. If I was really worried about the wobble situation, I could calibrate it, set it back to 0, because sometimes -2 forward drop will induce more wobbles in my riding, and I can get it more stable when I set it back to 0. So if it was a concern, I can do that. But I would want to do that independent of any other changes, so that I can confirm that it was just that -2 degree forward tilt that was causing my wobble issue and not anything else, and like firmware and stuff like that, because we are changing the firmware today. Alright, so I am just letting the wheel lean into my left leg when I brake, instead of pull. Oh, I should try my butt brake. That's true. I also have less. Oh, okay. My left foot is hurting. This is one of my imbalance issues. I think also because I'm braking with just my left leg now. These first helmet beep at around 45 miles an hour. That should be my 80% PWM. That beep was a little too low. And volume, turn up my helmet volume so I can hear that beep a little bit better. There's a person. Rock steady going up to those speeds. There is a bump up here, a couple of them that can induce wobbles, so I'm going to slow down for those and see how this wheel takes these. Fine. One more up here. Good. Good job, wheel. Bicyclists up here. I'll slow down a bit. Wait, why am I slowing down so much? There we go. This wheel feels smooth, but at slow speeds, are those? I think those are my 70% beeps I keep hearing. I have to keep remember that with the Shermans, there's so much beeping going on, but I can ignore all of those except for my helmet beeps. What was I saying? Gosh darn it! I forgot what I was. Oh, this is such a nice stretch. Alright, let's see. Okay, first helmet beeps. Push it past the first helmet beeps. Alright. Pushed it a little past first helmet beeps and feeling the pedals going a little soft on me. So I should be plenty safe, but he's just not so happy because he doesn't have the high-speed stuff going on yet. And I think his 70%, oh my gosh, squirrel, dang it, scared the crap out of me. 70% PWM, veteran Sherman beeps. So far, this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. Yes, I love this wheel. It rides very nice. I can definitely see how other people love the wheel. It's not that suited for me because I have ridden other wheels that handle my disability better. I'm talking about how the Commander Pro feels more stable and solid and not as wobbly to me. Can I fix that? Yes. I am also not thrilled with... Okay, you guys will have to tell me because I am obviously not a Sherman S Pro, but veteran Leaper Kim is just offering a six-month warranty on this wheel, on the suspension part of the wheel. Only 6 months. And then I guess the dealer, depending, they can choose what they want to offer. And oh, by the way, that was a bump, and that the Sherman did well with that bigger bump. Okay. That kind of sucks, but the dealer can choose, and they can choose if they want to extend that warranty to like a year, 2 years. Oh yeah, I was going to try my butt brake. No wobbles with the butt brake. See, that's a me thing. You know why? Because my butt apparently is not lopsided, but my legs are. Everything on my left side of my body is missing. I've torn and broke them so many times. Ease of acceleration. First would be the Commander Pro. This would be the second. Beeping again. And then it would be the EX30, then the V13, something like that. EX30 and V13 might have a tie or be pretty darn close to each other. But once again, it's not like I rode the EX30 and the V13 side by side, back to back. So a little bit hard to tell. All right, I don't want to make super long videos, so I think I'm going to end this here, and then I will connect back up if anything else comes up. But acceleration is great, braking is great. Oh, I was talking about the motor. I can, oh my gosh, it's like a whole army of dogs. Look at this. That's amazing. There's so many doggies. That's so awesome. And you notice I was able to brake just fine. And this, oh, and the low speed stuff too. Alright, so I'm getting more used to the wheel. My body has made little micro adjustments to be able to ride the wheel and brake and all that. I'm going 5 miles an hour? Seriously? This is 5 miles an hour? I feel like I'm going so slow. You know, the average human walks at 3 miles an hour, and a brisk walk is 5 miles an hour. This does not, I feel like if I'm walking briskly, I think I'm going faster than oh, here we go, 3.6 miles an hour. But, yeah, very nice, very stable. But, what I was saying, and I keep getting interrupted when I'm trying to say this, is that At slower speeds, well, I can still feel it now. I can feel the graininess of the motor in my pedals, and my left foot hurts. I need my Adam G pedals, so I can feel the graininess of the motor, the grinding of the motor in my pedals, and that takes away from the sensation of having a super smooth ride. This wheel keeps beeping at me. Okay, another complaint. This wheel beeps too much. Complains too much about going fast. The gold wheels don't complain so much about going fast. But to be fair, this is his first time breaking past the... Wait, what is that beep? Is that my wheel? Did you hear that? He was sending SOS signals. It was like beep, 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 beep. Has he been doing that the whole time? And I just now heard it? Jeez, he's like sending SOS to his brothers. What was I saying? Oh, he's not pointing at me. I thought he was pointing at me. I thought he was like, but he's, I guess he's, talking to them about landscape. Yeah, I'm just making up shit in my head on what he's talking about. Oh, we can test out this big bump here. I love this big bump. Not that one. This one. Woohoo! That was fun. But this one sent me up in the air. The EX30 almost absorbed that whole bump, which is nice. It's cush, but it's not as fun. But I guess that is the job of the shock. What was I saying? Oh my gosh, I had like interesting things I was talking about, and then I get squirreled. I was saying something about the Sherman S. Okay, the more I'm riding this, and the more my body has made its little micro adjustments to this wheel, the more I'm loving it. Once again, though, a big reason why I would stay away from this wheel and the Commander Pro, even though I love both of these wheels now, is because of this type of suspension system. I don't feel that it is as user-friendly and upgradable and fixable as easily as the other kind on the EX30 and the Masters. I like that suspension the best. Performance-wise, they both feel and work great. I haven't... Ooh, my fingers are sore. Oh my gosh. But I am able to... I feel like I can turn, I can lean off this wheel very nicely. I'm starting to feel more stable on it. Acceleration is great. I should slow down for the nice couple walking their humongous Great Dane doggy. Oh, I remember something else I was going to tell you guys. So Larry is going to order the E-Rides pedals, and he's going to have them shipped directly to me, and so that I can put them on, and then I will be able to test out and compare if I can figure out how to install them, because I know that this pedal system is different than any others. This is a brand new type of pedal system, right? So but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. My left foot is definitely hurting me, so that'll be great. I'm having a lot of fun on this wheel. This is that bumpy section of road, and it's doing well handling it. I really, from now on, when I test wheels, I am not going to talk about a wheel that I am not able to set up for myself. Because when I just hop on somebody else's wheel that they have set up for them, I'm probably not going to like it. So, I mean, although it'll tell me something, it's not a fair assessment, you know. Yes, I do need to adjust the suspension on this wheel. Oof. Can you guys hear his constant SOS beepings? I'm only going 40 miles an hour, but I am hitting, I must be past the 70% PWM thing. That's the other complaint I have about the Leaper Kim wheels, the veteran Sherman wheels, is that the PWM starts at 70%. So they're basically training you to ignore those beeps. And not that I can hear them that well, but every once in a while I hear little beep 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 like SOS signals, and then I feel bad. Everyone that has a Sherman S and loves it, I can see why. This wheel is fun. It's moving with me very nicely. I'm not getting a lot of surprises. With the EX30 I got surprises, and I still get surprises with the EX30s, and I don't like that. This wheel, I have to work a little bit more to get him to respond in comparison to the Commander Pro, which almost feels like he just reads my mind and my heart, you know. This one I do have to work a little bit more, but honestly I kind of like it when I have to work harder, because what else am I doing? You know, I'm riding. I don't want it to be effortless. Well, it's nice when it is effortless, but there is also definitely something really fun about actively pushing and riding and all that, you know, because top speed isn't what I'm after. If I wanted top speed, I'd ride my motorcycle, you know. So it's not the speed that I'm after. It's the feel and the flow and the way that I'm interacting with the wheel and the wind and all that. And this one definitely has a fun factor. I'm going to have to add that to my review list. What is the fun factor of the wheel? Okay, so let's go back. I don't know. Maybe this isn't a good, because they're all fun. They're just all fun in different ways. This one is fun in a very playful, nimble. All right, I'm gonna get some turns soon now. Okay. Very nice acceleration. He's moving with me. I like the way the beeps are set up on this wheel. It's very confidence inspiring. His beeps and his pedal dips are very much like the Sherman Max, which I would expect. That is the feel of these Sherman wheels, and I like that. I am very happy. I mean, I love it on my Sherman Max, and I can, because of this, I feel like I can actually go faster on my Sherman Max than people feel that they can go on, and including me, than we can go on the Master, because Is my beeper not working? Hello? I'm gonna have to, I think my beeper is broke. I'm gonna have to get my bell ready. My bell is on my hip bag. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, so if I am comfortable throwing my Sherman Max around up to 92% PWM, but I'm only comfortable throwing it around up to 80% PWM on my master, then I end up going faster on my Sherman Max. You know what I mean? And that is how I was able to surprise a lot of people with the performance of the Sherman Max. If the wheel has the capability, but it's gonna scare you shitless to do it, then it's not really accessible capabilities, right? This is starting to feel whoop-de-doos are really fun on this wheel right now. Here we go, some more. Hold on, I can't talk when I'm doing whoop-de-doos. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long this video is, but you have just now witnessed the complete journey of me falling in love with the Sherman S. What was I talking about? Yeah, I think my body is, my body and my mind has all of a sudden clicked and realized that this feels like a Sherman Max. And he's riding it like I do my Sherman Max. And I'm loving it. I'm enjoying this ride more than on my EX30. I am still hopeful about the EX30, but that wheel is definitely different. And even though, like within the first 7 miles of owning it, I hit 55 miles an hour, right? But that's the speed. Don't do it, squirrel. Oh my gosh. He was just staring at the edge. I was so afraid he was going to hop out right at the very last minute and I was going to crush him. Anyways, what was I saying? You know what? I think this wheel has higher pedal clearance than my Sherman Max, and if it rides like my Sherman Max and I'm comfortable pushing this one more than the Begode wheels, then I would be faster on this wheel than the Begode wheels. After high-speed mode, I'm hoping, because right now it beeping at 45 miles an hour isn't really gonna do much. It's 45 miles an hour isn't that bad, but yeah, we definitely need more if you're going to be competing against Begode wheels. Oh, I forgot to bring out my bell. I need to check my buzzer. What is wrong with my buzzer? Yeah, I'm hearing a click click, but it's not buzzing anymore. Okay. I'll end this video and then I'll figure out my bell situation. So now he's beeping at, what was that? What was I at? 40, 43? Something like that. So am I running low on battery? I don't know. All right. Before we end this, I will pull over. Let's find a nice place to pull over, and then I'll give you all the stats, and then we will end this video. But conclusion, love the wheel. Great wheel. Oh, so what wheel should you choose? Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know. I can only tell you each one, and then you got to make your own choice. But the great thing about this is that, I mean, you can't make a wrong choice. Any of these wheels are going to work for you. This one feels really fun. Of all the wheels that I've ridden, I'm having the most amount of fun with this wheel. And I wonder if it's because it's tapping into my love of my Sherman Max. I mean, I really like bonded with my Sherman Max. That's how come I can go so fast on that wheel. And this wheel is tapping into that, I think. And I just feel just so comfortable just whipping it around, you know. And I feel safe whipping this around, unlike the Begode wheels. Which one was the easiest to accelerate and all that on? The Commander Pro was easier, but this one is not hard at all. So, but I'm trying to think, like, what makes it stand out? The Commander Pro was easier, much easier, because that one you just think to go and it goes. So if you need something that's the easiest to go, that would be the Commander Pro. But this one is no slouch either. How else can we make this decision? The suspension system. We still need more time with this type suspension system out in the wild before we know if this is what the durability and what it looks like when this suspension system goes out, and how easy it is to replace it, fix it, and all that stuff. Once we know that, then I would feel more comfortable owning a wheel with this type of suspension system. That's it. The EX30 is one of the more difficult wheels to ride. At its uppermost levels, I should say. Like right now, we're noticing high-speed oscillations at high speeds. And people are going, oh no, I haven't, it feels rock solid. I'm like, okay, how fast did you take it? It feels rock solid at 40 miles an hour. I'm like, 40 miles an hour isn't high speed. To me, 40 miles an hour is cruising speed. I mean, look at this ride. What was my speed entire time cruising at, you know? High speed is 55 miles an hour. That's when I noticed instability in that wheel. But I mean, 55 miles an hour is a little extreme, right? So is it just normal to have it be a little unstable at those speeds? I don't know. And a good part of it is I don't have hours of experience hanging out at 55 miles an hour. So maybe my body just isn't strong enough or used to it enough to just, you know, all these thoughts. Anyways, I love the wheel. Let me just, oh, there's a car coming on the bike path. Let me just pull over here, give you my stats so we can end this video here. Oh, let's take a nice look at this Sherman S, Larry's Sherman S. That has been doing very well for me. All right. Let's see. Take off my glove. Oh, how should I hold this? My hand hurts. Ugh. I have a counterweight on my selfie stick, which is nice, but it also makes the overall weight heavier. All right. Oh, here's it. But yeah, so I don't know. But right now he's at 88 volts, and temperature is 101.6 Fahrenheit. My max speed was 48.8 miles an hour, and I never felt any instabilities or anything. It says that we have gone 28.2 miles. Let me check that against my GPS. My GPS says my distance was 26.74, and the wheel says 28.2, so very close. That's the other thing. My Sherman Max, and apparently this wheel as well, is one of the most accurate to GPS. Very close to GPS. So I've always loved that about my Sherman Max, and I'm glad to see that that's the case here. My average speed was 31.1 miles an hour. I am at 46% battery, 88 volts. All right, so that all sounds right up par. I don't know. That all sounds really good. So thanks for joining me today. You guys got to witness me falling in love with Larry's Sherman S. Would I go out and buy this wheel? Probably not, because I have my EX30. Would I trade in my EX30 for this wheel? Probably not, because I already have the EX30. If someone had a Sherman S for sale for cheap, would I buy it? I probably would. I like this wheel. I'm really liking this wheel. But do I need another long-range 3,600 watt-hour wheel? I don't think so. But I mean, I do love the wheel. The only thing is, you know, my own reservation about this type of suspension system. That is my only reservation about this wheel so far. All right, so I'm going to continue on my ride, and if there's anything else, I will pop back in. Thank you for joining me today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.